Hello, my gorgeous friends of Webflow. It's your friendly neighborhood Francesco from Supaside here. And welcome to this Webflow Crash Course. Before we actually start building anything, I want to take a few minutes to explain what this course is, how it works, and what you'll get out of it, so you know exactly what to expect. This is not a theory-first course, and it's not a random collection of tips either. The idea behind this crash course is very simple. We'll build a real SaaS landing page, section by section, and we'll use each section as an excuse to introduce fundamental Webflow concepts, putting them immediately into practice with concrete examples. While I'm talking, you'll see on screen the page we're going to recreate together. This page is inspired by a paid Webflow template called Lumify. I leave the link to the template in the description of the lessons. We're not going to recreate the template pixel by pixel. I haven't even analyzed the original Webflow project. Instead, I reconstructed the layout and structure from scratch, following the criteria I believe are essential to create a crash course that is complete, clear, cohesive, and still simple enough to follow. Now, let me quickly walk you through the sections we'll build, and more importantly, what each section will teach you. We'll start with the hero section. This is where we'll lay the foundations of everything else. We'll talk about sections, containers and div blocks, classes and how to use them properly, Flexbox fundamentals, responsive units like VW and CH, and functions like mean. All while building a real usable hero layout. Then we'll move on to the features section. This is where things start getting really interesting. Here we'll introduce HTML tags and default styles, combo classes, Webflow components and component variants, relative units like EM, the clamp function, and the concept of fluid responsiveness. So instead of jumping between breakpoints and fixing things manually, we'll start building layouts that adapt naturally to the viewport. Next, we'll build the theme section. This will be your introduction to one of Webflow's most powerful features, the CMS. We'll keep it approachable and practical, focusing on how and why you'd use CMS collections in real projects. After that, we'll work on the FAQ section. Here we'll go deeper into components, and we'll also look at the correct implementation of drop-downs and the associated animations. Finally, we'll wrap things up with the navbar and the footer. In this part, we'll revisit and expand on Flexbox, we'll talk about sticky and fixed positioning, layout fixes you'll encounter all the time, and we'll also introduce the grid, understanding when it makes sense to use it instead of Flexbox. Throughout the entire course, we'll constantly talk about responsiveness as a mindset, not as an afterthought, accessibility without turning it into a dry checklist, and we'll also introduce IX3, Webflow's new interaction system based on GSAP. Not as a deep dive, because for that there's another course of mine, but enough to understand how it feeds into a modern Webflow workflow. So, if you're looking for a course that teaches you Webflow by actually building things, that explains why you're doing what you're doing, and that gives you solid foundations you can reuse in your own projects, you're in the right place. If you're looking forward to it as much as I am, stick around, and if you find this course helpful and want to support my work, you'll find the thanks button under the videos. No pressure at all, even just watching, liking or subscribing already means a lot. But now, if you're ready, let's dive in.